Everything I hate about James May's Crosley, stop doing this to me. One of the worst things about this car, you'll be surprised to hear, are the windscreen wipers. If it rains and you're driving this car, you're in massive trouble because there's no little stalk you can push and just get your wipers. They're isolated under the bonnet. You have to stop in the rain, get out and turn your wipers on under the bonnet. There's no switch. Right, so what you have to do is start getting out in the rain, go round to the side here, open the bonnet like that, find where the wipers are, like that, put those on, get that down, shut the bonnet. Oh, come on, it's not the time for this. Oh, shut the bonnet in the rain. Oh, come on. Right, forget the bonnet, we're not going to worry about the bonnet. And then you get back in, and then you're ready to go. Ah! Right, and there you go, should work. You just push this. Oh, what? That isn't a wipe, that's not going to wipe my window. And this one, oh, you useless Crosley. That's not good either. Because rain does happen in England. Mr. Crosley didn't account for much rain. I don't like the way it feels when you steer. You feel like you're going to roll it over. It leans so much. Like a ludicrous amount. It really is very leany. The uneven studs, you've got two there on the bumper and then one there. Why are they uneven? The way it makes you feel like you're missing some sort of surround trim. You've just sort of got random screws and nothing sort of framing the grille. The temperamental bonnet. Steering feels like you're going to fall over. Oh. The lack of real-world usability. People say to me, oh, I'd love to have your car at my show. Well, you might love to have it, but I can't get it there, I can't drive it there, it'll have to be transported. I don't really like the gearbox. The fact you have to double declutch, yes, a good and interesting driving skill, but it takes away that usability because it's a skill that's lost now. When you have a non-synchromesh gearbox like this one is, and you have to double declutch into every single gear, it means you cannot put this car into first gear while it's moving or bouncing around. You think, so what? If you're in second gear and you really slow down for something and you get too slow for second, you've got nowhere to go. Because if you come out of second, you can't go into first, and then you can't go into any gear. So you're completely stuck, you just have to labour it, which isn't good. The way that this car's meant to be fully restored, but I used to say to people, everything's been fully restored and renovated apart from the bits that don't work. The heater is pointless because the car runs so cool in England anyway. You never get it up to even mid-temperature. Ah! Stop doing this! Why are you doing this? I don't like when you do that. The fact of how temperamental it is and fragile. I'm always worried something's going to break or go wrong. And the fact it's got a 6-volt battery. Not many people can jump one of those if it goes flat. Recovery services don't carry 6-volt jumpers. And you've got to have a very specific charger just to charge the battery. I don't like the indicators are not self-cancelling because when you've got so much to think about driving this car, you soon end up with your indicator left on and it's very difficult to hear the click, 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 especially when you're going and click, click, click. You can end up anywhere, but people expect you to be confused about your direction on the road and in life if you have one of these. Why are you doing... Ah! Didn't like that, you thought it was a kangaroo. Some parts are very difficult to get hold of on this car and some parts don't exist at all, much like Mr. Crosley's welded water pump. Can't get one of those, that's why it's been welded 50 times. Shutting the door carefully is very awkward because you have to pull this up if you don't want it to slam. Nice and quiet like that. Otherwise, if you just pull it, it slams quite horribly. Yeah, that's a big slam. This singular brake light that looks like it's off the back of a mobility scooter or something. The roof isn't properly watertight. Look, if you get some wind, you get this big gap. So that means if you ever have to leave it outside in the rain, which you wouldn't really want to, but if you do, you've got to put a cover over it, otherwise that just lets in a mountain of rain. Mr. Crosley was an optimist. He didn't believe in bad weather. Ah! Oh my God! I don't like the way this car gets unsettled by anything so easily. The fact it's so light and the suspension isn't very forgiving. You just get bounced around everywhere. As car passes you even slowly, you're sort of like, like this. Winds, forget it. You're just in peril. If you have to change your driving position for whatever reason, you have to remove the entire seat. It comes out and then goes on a different sort of rung. The fuel gauge doesn't work, so you have to guess. The way it leaks, so you have to put cardboard underneath it. Yeah, not good. I love my block paving. I love my block paving. You can't use the choke when starting this car because all it does is overfuels it and dirties the spark plugs, makes them go black. Something else I don't like about this Crosley is ever since I've had it, I've become James May's illegitimate son. It's okay, I will accept those comments, it's alright. It's the sheer brutality required to go very slowly, which I find quite amusing, but it's also something that's a bit frustrating. It's sort of like when I was following tracking cars for filming this, you just realise just how slow this car is. I was struggling to keep up on 20-mile-an-hour roads with a VW up 1 litre. You know, it really is tricky in this. You've got to give yourself a lot of time and a lot of don't get so unsettled, it's only a bump. Why don't you like a bump? It's only a bump. It's like it rattles the whole of its insides. Oh, please, just like me. I know I'm making a video about why I don't like you, but try and like me. So that's everything I hate about James May's Crosley. But as you may have spotted in the video, yes, this really is what you think it is. It's Jeremy Clarkson's Mitsuoka Lucide. Now what I'm going to be doing is putting this car against the Crosley and to find out which is better. The Mitsuoka versus the Crosley. Click here to watch that ultimate Eurocrash battle.